We're very happy to have you back, even for a short visit.
And here we go.
Recorded to you live from the loading docks at Ace Chemical. This is the Wicked Theory Podcast. Hey, look at us. We're back again. It's another week. It's another show. I'm your buddy Bill. I got my buddy Tom.
What up, yo?
What up? I got my buddy Ed.
Hey, hey, hey.
And I don't got brother Bob. That was not him. That was a pre-recorded Bob.
It was a pre-recorded Bob. I think this might be the first episode without him.
He is not here from the jump. Yeah, I think we had one way back in the beginning where...
he might have came in late.
No, we lost the back half of the episode.
Right.
And then...
you re-recorded?
We recorded that half, and in order to get it out on time, we had to record without him. But he's on his way to Florida as we speak. He's on a plane. So everybody just wave to the sky. Bye, Bob. We're going to miss you.
Watch out for the gators.
Watch out for the gators. Watch out for a lot of things down there.
Yeah.
That's all it's about is flying cockroaches.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are again. It's we're gonna do it. We're gonna have a show. Sorry about that. This is episode 65, and we're gonna do news, email. A little bit later, we're gonna have some preacher versus preacher contest stuff. I don't know what the hell that's about. And then I play a game or something like that. Maybe. So if people want to check out that Preacher vs. Preacher, that's at Preach vs. Preach on Twitter. And they can check out the show online. They can find the podcast wherever they find podcasts. And they can follow this one if they want to at Wicked Theory. Basically, it's my account, but it's the only official account really there is. If they want to send us emails, they can do that podcast at wickedtheory.com.
I do it a lot.
I keep it easy. I'm glad you do, Ed. Thanks for helping us out with that.
Sure.
Filling out the email box. We have emails from other people this week, just so you know.
Okay.
Just wanted to let you know.
That's okay.
I think last week it was like you and one other person.
Mm-hmm.
If that.
Yeah.
So anyway, here's the thing. People, if you review us on iTunes, we're going to start making like little Twitter promos for those little graphics and stuff like that. I did it for the PvP account for a while.
Cool.
And I was on the on our account on iTunes, and I saw there was a new comment on there I hadn't seen before. And
For Wicked Theory? Or
yeah, for Wicked Theory. It was from our friend at the Dave podcast, which is a podcast where it's like they just talk about one person named Dave. So,
Wait, was this the Diamond Dave show?
No.
Oh.
Not to be confused with the Diamond Dave show.
Or Diamond Mines?
Or Diamond Mines. There's no diamonds about this one. This is just the Dave podcast. And it's two guys not named Dave. Just basically, that's like the thrust of the show. So it's like, maybe one day it'll be Dave Letterman. And this Dave or that Dave. And it starts with the Kids in the Hall song. These are the Daves you know.
Okay.
So, hey, maybe it's not for you, Ed, but I dug it.
Hey, man, whatever floats their boat.
Yeah, so he wrote a nice review for us. He checked out a couple episodes, I think.
Cool.
But
thank you.
But if anybody wants to do that, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna actually use your comments, your reviews to do some promos. And if you're on Twitter, sign it with your Twitter handle. This way we can tag you when we put it up on Twitter, and you can be like, "Hey, I said that."
There you go.
There you go. All right, so. One of the things we do here is it's a section called Meanwhile. And all it really is it's like, hey, like, what'd you see this week, nerd, geek, or did anything happen in your life you feel like going on about?
Bill?
I got something in here.
Go for it.
I don't know where it went. There it is. There's my shiny doodad from the crew, from Sal, really, over at the Slant podcast.
Hey.
He's a friend of ours. He's a friend of the show. Local boy.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been on the show a couple times, and he called me up not that long ago. He's like, "Hey, you got to come back. I got an award for you." And I was like, "Oh shit, what did I do? I hope I didn't offend anybody." Or if I did, and I won an award for it, it must have been pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, "No, man, I'm giving you this one for best show support." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool," because I helped him out with the logo, and I've been on there a couple times in a pinch.
Congratulations, man.
Well, hey,
Congrats,
it looks good.
Bill.
It looks cool. That's the thing. It really looks cool. And so people can check out, I don't know, by the time this goes up, he'll probably have 2 episodes in because he does it on Sundays.
Okay.
So somehow with this rotation, like we'll have one up and he'll have 2 over on us.
Huh. So are you going to put that on your shelf next to all your bowling trophies?
Yeah. Right in between, right in between the bowling and the archery.
Okay.
And the fish filleting. I'm gonna put this right in there, and I'm gonna save it for the grandkids because they have to know that I did something one day.
Mm-hmm. You provided support
to somebody. That I was nice. This is proof I was nice to somebody once.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think anyone will believe it. They'll probably think I made it.
Most likely.
Most likely. And then during the week, at the beginning of the week, me and Ed actually had a date, and we went and saw The Killing Joke in theaters.
Which was an experience.
It really was.
Yeah, so tell me about this. I didn't get the call.
Oh shit.
I couldn't have gone anyways. It's all right.
Thank you.
It was actually my birthday.
I feel better now.
Oh, okay. Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
It didn't come up. I'm not his girlfriend.
I'm not like that. I mean, Bill knows that. That I'm not one of those people that places it all over.
Yeah, me neither.
All over the wall. I'm not about that.
I mean, I wouldn't have made a cake. I wouldn't have brought a cake, but I would have made a fuss about forgetting to bring a cake.
Right.
You would have made a big deal about something.
It's the effort that matters, I guess.
So we probably should have run it by you anyway, because you probably could have came by the time that movie started.
Yeah,
that's
true.
I'll see it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a Fathom event. You ever been to one of these?
I had not. I didn't even know what they were until you were telling me the other day.
So
Fathom events is a They sometimes it's movies, sometimes it's like famous episodes of TV shows or stuff like riff tracks or the Metropolitan Opera.
Okay.
Big, giant events for you to watch at your local movie theater.
Sweet.
So they decided to show The Killing Joke, give it a theatrical release, and it did huge business. I think on a Monday and Tuesday, it pulled in like 3.8 million. Which for early in the week for a 2-day run is actually pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good for this thing.
Yeah. But the movie's only like an hour long, a little bit more.
Yeah.
So they had to pad it out with they had a whole. First off, started with a half-hour commercials.
Yeah.
Right.
That started at the time they told you the movie was going to start.
Yeah.
For all the upcoming Fathom events.
But at least they put a clock up.
Yeah.
Which was nice, because usually when you're at the movie theater and you're watching just the trailers, there's no, like, hey, just to let you know, you have X amount of minutes to go run to the bathroom or try and get some refreshments,
Yeah.
But, so when it finally started, it was like...
Well, first off, we got like a 20-minute Mark Hamill retrospective.
Yeah. They didn't even start the movie right away to kind of pad out this whole going to this event. It's like, basically a DVD extra.
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of put it up front. And it was cool. It was good.
Yeah.
Nothing new for me.
Any Star Wars stuff?
Yeah, let's mention that because they kind of follow his career a little bit in the beginning. And then this way, you get the context of when he finally gets the job as Joker. He didn't think he was going to get it because it's like, well, why would they pick me? Picking Luke Skywalker to do it's going to overshadow the project. That's all anyone will want to talk about. But
yeah, and the hard thing about that was they showed footage from the original animated series.
Right.
But it was not remastered and on a big giant movie screen.
Ooh, it looked horrible.
Yeah.
Compared to everything else.
Yeah, it looked like grainy YouTube footage from like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did not sit well.
Especially not juxtaposed against this 4K Mark Hamill up in your face. I can climb into the crevices of his wrinkles basically.
Yeah.
And then they put up this blurry, fuzzy dial-up basically connection imagery, and it was just like, what the fuck? But
and then they showed us the movie and followed up the movie with another 10-minute 20-minute thing about how they did the music for the movie.
Right.
I heard about that.
And that was all right too, but we just kind of sat there.
Did the majority of people stick around?
About half.
Yeah, I was surprised at the amount.
I feel like if you go into the theater to check out an animated DC movie, you're into it enough that you would stay. To watch that.
Where you
usually that crowd.
Yeah, where you would show up at 10 o'clock on a Monday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're right, exactly. You're committed. You're like, I'm staying. I paid for this shit.
Yeah.
I'm getting every nickel. So the movie itself is like this kind of thing where it's like, I don't know how much do we give away, but it's like,
if you read the book, after the first 20 minutes, it's exactly like the book.
The portion that comes from the book is exactly the book. Almost to I'd say 95% of it is exactly the fucking book.
Which is the case from the majority of the DC animated movies
that
are based off of a graphic novel anyways.
Yes, the stuff that are based,
And this might be even considering that, one of the more exact, it feels like.
Even points where I feel like it shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole sequence where Gordon is being led through this like maze and Joker's singing this song.
Right.
And the lyrics are just literally the words that Alan Moore wrote in the book.
Right. They kept the same rhyme.
Put to music. And it's like, oh, this is really clunky. This was not meant to be sung.
It's not even that. I feel like they probably might have been stymied by trying to find something to fit that rhythm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it felt like in the end, something was off about it.
Yeah,
like
they needed to rewrite those lyrics.
Or the melody or something. But, and like I said, that's like straight out of the book. And like, I guess it's cool that they didn't try to recontextualize it in a way, but it's like a thing. They even say later on when they're talking about the music that, it's a thing that on the page, like you don't hear it, but you know it's being sung. So it's like once you try and put that to the ear, it's like it kind of like spins away. It kind of becomes something else a little bit. But at least they gave it a shot as opposed to trying to take it out or something like that.
And but before we got to the actual stuff from the book, there was about maybe a half hour, like a whole first act that didn't have the Joker in it at all, but it was basically Batgirl's backstory before that moment.
Which is and none of it's from the book. So which is interesting because once that story kind of wraps up, it makes a hard cut, and it's like the book starts. Like you know, it's just like exactly from there on, it's exactly like the book.
Even the ending.
Even the ending.
Spoilers.
Well, it's ambiguous, and it does like a little coda, like a little tag on to Barbara
to sort of set up what we know is her future in the comics.
Right, how we know her as Oracle these days, you know. But it was a funny experience because like, I want to give away how much people were laughing at the stuff in the
we had some rowdy Staten Islanders.
I don't even know if they were really that rowdy, but they were kind of making some good points, and the things that. It wasn't like somebody said something funny and then people started laughing. People were already chuckling at things that shouldn't have been as like, oh shit, really?
Yeah, but if you're 5 rows behind me screaming your 2 cents and I can hear you, that shouldn't be allowed.
No, well, it is distracting. I'll tell you that. It is distracting. But, you know, the guy...
I agreed with everything that guy said.
Yeah, but, it was funny during the previews, you know, guy?
Yeah.
But the thing is that, like, you know... Should we just say it and say fuck it?
I mean, there's been news articles about it. We might as well say it. So if you don't want to be spoiled, skip ahead 5 minutes.
Yeah, there's going to be a time code to the news section. So just, go into the notes and look for the time code that jumps you to the news. So basically in this, they've written that Batgirl, like in this kind of awkward moment, bangs Batman. And so like... It's just a funny, and it is kind of does feel awkward in a way where it's like,
well, it's also weird because
there's a reason why everybody started chuckling
because she's angry with him, because she feels like he's being overprotective, she's not letting her go after the bad guy, and basically she gets so overcome with emotion that she jumps his bones. And it's in animation, it doesn't really work because she jumps on top of him, then she starts kissing him, and then she just pulls her shirt off, and you're like, what?
Yeah, she takes off her cape, throws it to the side, and then she pulls off the shirt and the mask, you know what I mean? And you just see her brassiere, and the camera pans up. And it's just like, it felt weird. You know what I mean? But I think it also felt weird for a lot of the nerds because they were like...
Batman doesn't bang Batgirl.
On a rooftop where everybody can see.
He never touched that.
This is fanfic. What is this? I thought I had to go into dark places on the web to find this kind of stuff.
Thought I saw that on
Reddit. Those are exact quotes, everybody.
And you can probably find it on Reddit. But and like there was just so much uncomfortable chuckling that I couldn't tell, like, how much I agreed with the chuckling because it did just feel like this awkward thing where it's like, and I knew it was coming.
Oh yeah,
It had been ruined for me.
Yeah.
So I knew it was coming, and it was like I still chuckled with everybody else anyway because it just felt like kind of like it didn't feel right. Regardless of it not being the original story, regardless of it being...
well, just like I could maybe understand why she might feel that affection and she might start to go there. But to this is maybe personal, but to me, it doesn't make sense for Batman to go along with it.
And that's the thing, too. Like, you only get her side of point of view in this whole thing as far as this aspect of the storyline goes.
Yeah.
Like, you never come back to Batman, They have a follow-up where it's like, oh, what's the problem? Is it because we had sex? Like that's what she says to him at one point, and he's like, that's not it. You know what I mean? And it's like, but that was a mistake. You know what I mean? And it's like, it just feels like a thing that they didn't need to put in there.
Yeah, plus it's also he feels so much more like a fatherly uncle type of figure to her.
More like an uncle. I'll tell you that. Anyway, but
had to go there. Man.
Had to go there. So, but liked it.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Once I got past the Batgirl stuff,
American tacos.
How many were we gonna serve it up?
I gave it 3.
I'll stick with 3. The night of, I gave it more. I did.
Yeah,
right?
I think you said 3.5.
I said 3.5, but
which is a recommendation.
Which is good. I liked it. So I feel like if you're a really big fan of the book, you can just skip past it. And they do it in a way where you really don't have to feel like that story is so beholden to any of that shit. They don't make anything in that beginning. Now, the other story is dependent on some event. Like, you know what I mean? They didn't shoehorn it. It's just prologue and a coda. Beginning and end. Kind of
and it's weird. It because it has nothing to do. It's not referenced in the rest of the piece.
That's what I mean. Like, it stands alone.
Like, it's literally.
I feel like they made the Killing Joke, and they were like, "Oh shit, it's 35 minutes. We need something. We need more to fill out the hour.
Yeah,
like we have to get. How can we charge people for a DVD of a 35-minute thing?
Plus it's also like they brought back Tara Strong to play Barbara Gordon, and she's like, I'm not going to do 3 lines. Yeah,
3 lines, and one of them is, "I'll be okay."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Right. So people should go check it out. But we can from there. We can get funky, get right into the news.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's attack the news. We don't have a news theme, so I'll just go. Dom, I think we got you on the first one.
I will.
All right, hit it.
All right, so we got our first look at Superman on Supergirl. Wow.
Yeah, Supergirl.
Supergirl.
Yeah, I know.
Superman on Supergirl.
There you go.
And
are they gonna bang 2 now? No.
This
one, Superman next to Supergirl.
Yeah, not on. I see what you're saying. Ed, good point, Ed.
Sorry.
Yeah, the kid show here. We're working on.
But this Superman doesn't look like he's seen the inside of a gym.
Yeah, I mean, treadmill maybe.
Maybe
he's lean.
Although I gotta say, like, the 2 things that bother me are the hair and the neckline.
What about the hair? That's not Superman-y enough?
Well, I like this. I don't know why it's not a spit curl. Why has he got that weird, like,
push back
like gelled coif thing going on?
He's got the Kennedy back into the left, back into the left.
What are you trying to say?
I'm making a joke about a hairstyle and a gunshot. I'm sorry. But no, it looks like he's got like some kind of perpetual 5 o'clock shadow going too a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He might just be that kind of guy, I guess.
Yeah, and this is purely aesthetics. We have no idea what he's actually going to be like on the show.
Yeah, we're just trashing him basically based on a costume.
I mean, I really don't care. I mean, I don't really watch the show. So.
No, but I mean, it's not like, and also too, it's not like a reworking of the costume where it's like so offensive or something where it's
the
like
costume's pretty good. I mean, it looks basically just like the one from the movies for the most part. I think they probably just didn't make him get all beefed up for it because they want to
keep it looking different.
Keep it separate,
Yeah. That's what I feel about some of the accoutrement.
And I feel like that's another reason why they changed the costume for Flash so much for the movies.
It's about trying to make it just feel that's a different thing, remind you. I feel like that's why, like, on this Superman, like, the belt is more prominent. There's a little bit of this different thing kind of going on with the cape and the shoulders, and there's some line work coming down his chest.
Although I don't know, I still feel like the blue is a little too dark.
It is dark.
It is dark. Still got that.
These are dark
times. But but it's it's fine, and that's why how white his neckline is. It's a very stark contrast.
Oh, he's a little too pasty?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing too. What's funny is that, like, this is the first iteration of it, the first season. They gotta do these gradual mild tweaks.
And you don't know, and plus you could tell that photo's doctored. You don't know what that's gonna actually look like on camera.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's ramped up the exposure and all that shit. But he does have an amazing ass, I will say.
Oh, that was a different photo that linked on Bleeding Cool.
But it was not doctored.
No.
The guy's got a bubble butt. And it was like, okay. It's like, all right. It was just his profile picture. And before people, like, I saw anybody making a thing out of it, it literally was the first thing I noticed. And I'm not known to be attracted to men's asses. And I'm still not. But it was like the most obvious thing. I'm like, oh, my God, he's going to enter a twerk competition. Like, this guy's stacked. This guy's got a shelf. But it's very bubbly. So there's that, ladies. Hopefully you get some ass shots when he doesn't have the cape blocking it.
There you go.
That's for the ladies. So Ed, you got the next one.
Okay, so Newsarama dropped every once in a while they'll do these release schedules. Usually they're for movies, but they released a full comic book television release schedule. And there's a bunch of stuff we don't know. It just shows, basically lays out what the fall, what the premieres for August, September, and October. There's a Tick show on Amazon coming out in August.
Right.
Didn't know that.
Well, now you do.
Yeah, but I think that's a lot of stuff people already know. But the fun stuff comes in a little later,
Right.
when they talk about the TV shows that are in production and in development,
Right.
that some people might not know about. For example, did you know that Disney XD is developing an Ant-Man cartoon?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's in production right now. And then also AMC is doing a documentary series called Heroes and Villains: The History of Comic Books.
Right. Yes, that one I've heard about.
Rocket Raccoon and Groot are going to be getting their own animated shorts that are going to be airing on Disney XD.
Good for them.
There's a Tales from the Crypt pilot at Fox.
Nice.
And no, Tales from the Crypt is going to happen on TNT. I'm sorry.
Yeah, fair
TNT.
enough.
And then there's some pilots that are being shot right now. ABC is doing a Damage Control pilot.
That should be interesting.
Which is probably going to compete with NBC's Powerless, which premieres next season.
I think one's going to be a little more sitcom-y. One's going to be a little more dramedy.
Fair
enough.
Sci-Fi is doing Krypton.
Yeah.
Which we were talking on the phone last night. My bet is that show never makes it to series.
I'm thinking like they're gonna bet the world on that pilot, and they're gonna put a lot of money into it.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. WGN America is doing Scalped.
Yeah.
By Jason Aaron, which I'm excited for.
I'm excited for it too. I read the first couple of books on it. It's good. It's really good.
Do you want to tell listeners what that show's about?
It basically all takes place on a Native American Indian reservation, and I forget his name. I think Danny might have been the character's name, but anyway, he's the sheriff of the town, and he's Indian himself. He's Native American himself, and there's casino stuff, and it's a little bit like Sopranos kind of thing, or hard crime stuff goes on the reservation, and it's a lot of these machinations and shit.
Sort of like
really fucked up.
It's sort of like a mafia saga, but set on an Indian reservation.
Yeah, and it's kind of like how it all ties in with the feds and stuff like that, who want to be all up in it.
Has sort of it's a much more brutal, but sort of a Sons of Anarchy feel to it too.
I think that might be the thing. Like either he's used to be a Fed and he left. And they made him sheriff when he came back to the town or whatever, or like he's a special federal agent like that. I forget what it is. There's where like more like where he has to walk the line, like he's got to walk this line between the outsiders and everybody in the town kind of thing. But meanwhile it's like the town is basically controlled by the casino, like But really good shit. A lot of fucked up stuff happens.
And Fox is shooting an Untitled X-Men series.
Whoa, I am not excited nor mostly confused.
Yeah, now that's not to be confused with the Legion show that's going to be premiere on FX. A trailer for that dropped during Comic-Con.
Very good.
And then in development, I haven't even heard of some of these properties, but these are I'm just going to run down the list.
Hit it.
Machinima is producing #4Hero. USA is doing Amped. Groundswell Productions is producing Black Magic. AMC is doing Briggsland. USA is doing Brooklyn Animal Control. Universal Cable Productions is doing Concrete.
What was the last one?
Concrete.
No, but the network?
Universal Cable Productions.
Okay.
If that's a production company, some of these don't have networks yet, which tells you how far in development there are.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Machinima is doing the DC's Hero Project. Sony Pictures is Deadly Class. Universal Cable is doing The Disciples and Dreadstar.
Dreadstar, oh my god.
Demarest is doing Empire of the Dead. CBC Canadians, they're doing Essex County.
All right.
Sci-Fi's developing Five Ghosts.
That's a good one.
Universal Cable is Harrow Country.
Harrow County.
Harrow County. Okay, that's a new one.
Yeah, but was reading that.
NBC's doing Hawaiian Dick.
Ooh.
Legendary TV is doing Lazarus.
Okay.
Sci-Fi is developing Letter 44.
There you go.
Which has me excited.
That's nice. We read that.
Parks and McDonald are doing Razzle. Then NBC's doing Red. Cinemax is doing Scarlet. Universal TV's doing Sex Criminals. And Universal Cable is Cinetoro. FX is developing Southern Bastards.
Nice.
Warner Brothers is developing Static Shock. Universal Cable's Umbrella Academy. Warner Brothers is developing a Watchmen TV show. Universal Cable is doing The Wicked and Divine. Then FX has Why the Last Man.
Right.
And then ABC has an untitled Marvel comedy and an untitled John Ridley mystery Marvel superhero reinvention series.
Wow.
Wow. That's
was
a
a
mouthful.
mouthful.
That's a mouthful right there.
It was.
And I actually had read something about that too, but basically that just said everything you needed to know about it. That it's some unknown reinvention thing where they're keeping it so close to the chest.
Yeah.
But Briggs Land is a book that's not even out yet. It's coming out soon,
Mm-hmm.
and that looks really good. It's another one of these, hey, you can't take us off the mountain kind of things,
Okay.
but they're actually full on, unlike
Outsiders.
unlike Outsiders, where they're like just a family of really woodsy people. This is like they're full on militia, family generation din kind of thing still too on their land, but so it's actually a lot more straightforward where like it's the whole us versus them militia type of thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and to clarify, in development is no guarantee that we're ever going to see any of those.
Right.
It just means that someone wants to do it.
Yeah. Some
And-
deals have preliminary
yeah,
deals have been made.
and
Some
they-
money's changed hands.
They
but,
may be writing a script. They may be looking for casting, but nothing is official yet.
yeah. For a lot of those, that means that depending on the person involved, but I think for the Brian Wood stuff and certainly the Brian K. Vaughan stuff, those are definitely all in script,
Yeah.
pilot script phase,
Mm-hmm.
at the very least.
Oh yeah, Why the Last Man? That's gone back and forth a couple of times over the last decade, and that's at the point right now where I'll believe it when I see it.
You'll believe it when you see it. You ain't gonna
Mhm.
believe it then either.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking son of a bitch.
They made a good fan
Bastard.
film though.
We're
We're
good. We're back.
Nice, nice, and we're back.
Okay.
So,
So that's it for that. What's
That's
that's a good rundown, though. I hope somebody heard something they liked in there.
all right.
Check it out.
So next up, we have a little bit of a confirmation on some rumors that were being passed around over the past few months that Geoff Johns is now the president, as well as the chief creative officer of DC Entertainment.
Wow.
So the kid that just liked to read DC Comics back in the day
That's it.
now runs the company
Worked his way up.
He's got that's I think his fourth job title. That's
in the past like 2 years.
Yeah, there's a guy who's got a lot on his
Yeah.
plate now.
yeah. It seems like he's just collecting responsibilities, and I'm if he holds up to him, well we'll see.
Hey, but I guess we're not getting any comics out of him anymore anytime soon.
Oh,
No, I mean when the Rebirth one shot dropped, that was kind of his
last.
yeah. That
But
was
I
his
think he
swan
said that
song.
too. This is going to be probably the last thing for a while before
Yeah.
you'll see me writing again.
I'm really not. I mean, I like Geoff Johns, but
Mm.
I'm really not a huge fan of his writing.
You know what it is too? He's one of these guys where he had some great runs, like when he was building his name up. And he's
Yeah,
had great
yeah.
runs since then too, but those runs are probably some of his best runs.
Yeah, like his JSA run, his Wally West Flash run.
his Green Lantern stuff. I think.
Yeah,
A lot
yeah.
of
I mean, the
people-
Green Lantern. That's probably his most
his
prolific.
most loaded. I think that's where he kind of came in for
Mhm.
them, or where he kind of rose to that early.
Yeah, I
So-
liked his Justice League New 52 when he was on that in the beginning.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That was good. Him and Jim Lee were on
yeah,
that book.
yeah, and
That
like
was-
his new
tight.
his new 52 book. I think he was doing Justice League, Green Lantern,
he's
and
writing a bunch of them.
and Aquaman.
Mm.
And
Aquaman, I
I
heard
watched,
is great.
yeah.
I heard
Mhm.
Aquaman is great.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I'm hearing
And
great.
he wrote like the script for Aquaman, I think, also. Or he's like he had
I
a
would believe it because like he's that guy who loves the history so much,
Yeah.
but he's really great at reinterpreting it for a modern context,
Right.
but still appreciating what came before.
Yeah,
And that's really like when he came to his own. I think on JSA, that was he really knew how to combine the 40s heroes with the modern heroes.
I'll have to take your word on it,
Mhm.
only because I haven't read it. But I know the guy can't be so beloved for nothing.
He figured out Hawkman. Like he actually
Well,
got
that
that
alone.
he got that character to make sense, and then New 52 happened, and they just threw out everything he'd done.
Yeah,
Just
I was just gonna say, like, does he still make sense?
so
'Cause
frustrating.
I don't think that lasted very long.
No.
Where that dude made sense, but no, this bodes well for the company because at the very least, you know what it is, man. It's like really is like having Joe Quesada like in the Kevin Feige seat in
Yeah.
a way, or doing both because, like, as much as Feige's like lives and breathes Marvel to whatever degree,
Yeah.
like Quesada was making comics, like Geoff Johns was, like so close to those stories, to those characters.
Yeah.
Just kind of gets them on a different kind of level.
Yeah. I'm just with all these different things he's doing, whether or not he's going to be able to balance it all.
Well, you could always give him a call and be like, "Hey, buddy, if you need someone to take some of that workload."
Of course, yeah, I'll take it off his hands.
That fuck don't return calls, though, right? All right, so moving
What do you
on
got
from
there,
there.
Ed?
All right, so Star Wars fans.
Well, we got something for them.
Yeah, we all upset about that Alden Ehrenreich Han Solo prequel. Guess what?
Oh,
There's 3 of them.
of course there is.
They're going to develop those as a trilogy.
Of course.
Because you can't just hire an actor for one movie anymore.
It's Han Solo, and then it's more Solo, and then it's just too much Solo.
Han trilogy.
When do you think it becomes Han Poly?
Han Poly, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Han Solo, not alone. Non-Solo.
I really don't like. I'm not a big fan of the Han Solo movie as a standalone thing to begin with. But if it's good and if the rest of them are going to be good, then why are you going to complain?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
If they're good movies, then what's the big deal?
Yeah, and
you gotta give it a shot.
Yeah, I think he's an interesting actor. Very, very different choice for that character. But I'm excited to see what he goes for.
You know what it is too? I was like, yeah, like you may not be. It's one of these castings where it's like, okay, you may not be able to see it, but they saw something in that audition that puts him above everybody else. That helps sell them on this guy. So, like, it might be different than what you imagined.
Yeah,
but they're not stupid. Like they're putting a ton of fucking money behind this guy being the one. Like, you know what I mean? So,
well, it's also, do you know how he got his start?
I heard he won a raffle.
No.
Oh, what's that?
He Steven Spielberg hired him off of a video of someone's bar mitzvah.
Steve was just enamored by his good looks and was like, this guy, I gotta have this guy.
That guy's dynamic.
He's got angular cheekbones. I like that guy.
Yeah.
I guess if that's what it takes to make it and break it, But I guess you have to be within that circle where that you can end up being in a bar mitzvah video.
Yeah.
That might end up being something that Spielberg will happen to watch.
He was a kid though, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't recent.
Yeah, he was like 16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was.
That's not a kid.
No.
But fair enough. But that's young.
Yeah. And he's still a young guy, so I mean, probably was in a 10-year window from now, I guess.
Fair enough.
If he's 26, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
So
all right. So
getting 3 of those.
Yeah. So those Avengers Infinity War movies that we were promised.
Yeah, they've shaken
a
it
year
up.
or two ago. Turns out that the titles are going to be a little bit different than what they previously told us. That they originally said that it was going to be Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and 2. But now they say that only one of the films will retain the Infinity War title. So.
And the other one is up in the air, right?
And then the
No, they gave it a title.
Oh, they did?
It's Untitled Avengers Project.
Yeah,
that's the fourth Avengers title.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's running with that joke. Congratulations, Ed.
So I
You
mean,
slept
nothing
in.
really to say there, but
No, yeah. I mean,
who knows?
hopefully, something to come out of that.
Who would have thought that in Hollywood someone would think that, you know what, this story is so big we can actually fit in one movie.
Yeah. Well, that's not the way to do it anymore. You know what I mean? If you can break it up, you break it up. And it's all about trying to get another film out of all these guys too.
I guess they figure, well, we know we're going to do another Avengers movie.
Yeah.
We know we're going to do one. So why waste it?
Why try to make it like, oh, it's just part 2? Because you know what's going to happen? I was thinking about too is like, well, then like in between part 1 and part 2, like you can't have any real kind of cliffhanger that's going to carry over into part 2
and expect any of those characters to be in the 2 or 3 movies that are coming up between then.
Exactly. Like, how does that all really work out? You can't make it a solid, like, dead-ass cliffhanger and we pick up from the same scene or anything like that. Right. Like, it's just going to be, okay, these events transpire, and then some other stuff happens somewhere else.
And then everyone else will appear in another movie in between the time of release.
And then we all get back together again. Whoa. And it's just, like, milking it. It's just, like, just calling it for that reason.
So stupid. Man.
So silly.
What do you got, Ed?
All right, so Suicide Squad.
Hey.
It's coming out soon.
Nice.
Yep. And,
next week,
I believe so.
Next week, yes.
Yes, right. August 5th, my little brother's birthday.
And we're going to try and maybe we'll all go see it during the week.
Yep.
And maybe do an episode, like a movie special like we
And
did once in a while.
I
in the
would like
past.
that. I would like that.
Yeah.
We will invite you this time.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
and you know how when you went to see Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman,
No, that was you.
and how much you were excited to think that maybe at the end of the credits there'd be that little teaser, and then you went up and you just saw the Warner Brothers logo,
Yeah,
and
then
you had to trudge out of that theater in shame
Womp womp.
and disappointment. That's not going to happen this time.
No.
Yes, David Ayer has
Oh.
said there will be a mid-credit sequence
Amazing.
for Suicide
I guess.
Squad.
Yay.
So yeah, they finally understanding how you tease people out, how do you get people excited for the next movie by giving them that little extra something.
Oh, well, it's good to know now because this way no one's hanging around.
Mm-hmm.
Or, for no reason.
Oh, I'm still staying to the end.
no, I
I'm
know.
still-
I know. Out of allegiance to the people who worked on the film.
Yes. Oh yeah, you gotta have
and
respect for
you
the
gotta
below
have
the line
respect
people.
for the creators.
Mhm.
For craft services and so such.
Wow.
Mhm.
You guys are better men than me.
Well, Ed
Mhm.
is.
Lola FX,
If I could have dodged it, I would have.
all
Trust me.
those.
But Ed was like, well, I don't want to go just yet. So I was like, all right. I'll wait beside you, buddy.
But you never know. You never know.
You never know what you might see on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen people with my last name. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's my cousin.
Hey, it's my cousin Jimmy.
Uh,
On the old Spawn cartoon, there was a guy who had the same name as me. He used to work in the animation department. And I used to actually just wait every week to be like, oh,
there you
there it
go.
is.
You know what that means now, right?
I can claim it.
If you
I
go
know.
to the animation union, you have to change your name.
That's right. If I go, yeah, that's true. Sucks.
All right. So a few months ago,
Mm-hmm.
we did a little segment on the show where
Word.
Bill opened up a loot crate.
Loot crate.
And
Give me that loot.
inside that loot crate that Bill opened up
Mm.
was an Infinity Gauntlet oven mitt from Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Previously on Wicked Theory.
Yes. And a few weeks or maybe a month or so after Bill had gotten that Infinity
Yeah.
Gauntlet mitt,
Mm-hmm.
turned out that there was, considerable fuss over the
oven
quality
the
of-
oven mittness
yes.
of it.
There was a recall.
So apparently, according to Bleeding Cool,
Right.
Loot Crate received 241 reports of burn injuries over Infinity Gauntlet oven mitts.
Damn.
So I guess for the damages, either Loot Crate or Marvel will be sending shirts and keychains to those who got who destroy it.
Yeah.
How'd you like that?
What are you gonna do?
You
gotta send
burn
them a
your
picture?
hand, you
Yeah.
spend the night in the hospital, you probably have to
Yeah.
miss work the next day, but god damn it, we're getting t-shirts and keychains.
Mm.
Simpsons T-shirts and keychains. Not even like Marvel stuff to replace your Marvel stuff.
Oh, they're not Marvel stuff?
No. They're
Oh,
Simpsons
wow.
stuff. So it's like what we have laying around, I guess, is basically like, why is it that stuff? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
But it is kind of funny that people are still getting burned because no one's paying attention to their emails because Loot
Mm.
Crate keeps sending emails about the recall. So, because I keep seeing them, you know what I mean? But I'm not cooking with mine, so I'm not sending
Yeah,
it back.
you were never cooking with it.
No, fuck that.
Yeah, I
Why
mean,
would
it's
you-
I don't know why you'd cook with it anyways.
I don't know. I wonder if a lot of people are like trying to be cute and do one Instagram picture and that's all it takes. Like, look at me, I got my oven
Maybe,
mitt. And then that's like,
maybe.
oh my God, this sheet of cookies. Oh! And then it's like, oh man. And the kid's like, what about the cookies though?
Dude.
What about the cookies though? I don't care about your hand. Yeah, I don't know. That's about it for that. Whew. What else we got?
All right, we got two stories.
Mm.
All right, so remember a couple weeks ago when Nintendo announced that they were bringing back the NES?
Yeah.
And we were going to get a pocket-sized version with like
Oh,
30
right.
games?
Yes, I saw this.
So
yes.
Sega is
So silly.
Yeah.
is re-releasing the Genesis
Right.
Mhm.
with 80 built-in games.
Right, but can't you just do that on your phone?
Yeah.
You should.
But
be able
but
to.
you don't have the controllers,
Oh.
and
Oh.
you can't put it on like an old school CRT TV.
Well, that's the thing that's going to complete this effect, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to put it like on an old school shitty TV, right?
yeah.
Otherwise, you can see exactly how crappy this game is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I don't know. Does this appeal to anybody here at the table? Any Sega
Not
people?
really.
Not at all.
No,
I was
no,
never a
me
video
neither.
game guy.
I just thought it was interesting the fact that like they keep like here's somebody else jumping on that mini bandwagon.
Mm-hmm. Although evidently, since this article was released, someone put out a press release. This was not a response to NES. This is,
Oh no, not at all.
This is
were
just a
working on-
re-release of stuff we've already put out.
We were working on it anyway. We already had this in development, but now we have to announce it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oddly
And
enough.
last story.
Yeah. This is a good one.
Yeah.
Get the kids.
No.
No, you don't want to gather the kids around for this one?
No.
Oh, okay. What do we got going on? What's the
So
story?
we've got the Pokemon Go craze going on right now.
Yeah. Fun
Yeah.
for families.
And now they're releasing officially licensed Pokemon sex toys.
Okay. Officially licensed. That's what I need to know now. These are officially licensed. I don't know that that's the case for sure, but
Well,
Okay,
it's from a company called Geeky Sex Toys, and I've heard of them before, and they make.
you have.
Yeah.
Because I see it online, everyone bugs out about them when like a new show, like Game of Thrones has them. I know Doctor Who has them.
Oh my
So-
God.
Okay, so
It's always a big thing online.
Evidently, they're Pokemon themed, and the line is called Pokemon.
Oh, but of course it is.
Mm-hmm. So
Right.
there's 4 different options.
Oh, okay.
We've got Bulby.
Right.
I'm going to read this straight from the comicbook.com article. Bulby, the website states that the toy is a grass-type Pokemon. Bulby has a large seed tip, making it a very pleasurable friend to have.
C-tip. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Then
okay.
there's Charmy,
Okay, I'm sure that's fun.
and this item is a slightly thinner that gives intense pleasure wherever it goes.
Like to the movies or like funerals.
Then we got Squirty.
Squirty. I wonder what that one does.
Evidently, it seems pretty self-explanatory.
Well, it seems that way, but can you explain anyway?
No, that's all the article says.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
And then there's Peaky, which is extremely cute yet essential addition to your team.
All right, I am. Pulling
That's
up this
basically
damn link.
my bio in life.
how
Extremely
it-
cute yet essential. Yet an essential addition to your team. That's basically
Yes.
my entire portfolio when I'm going to get
I
a
heard
job
that's on the
interview.
back
Yes.
on the back of your business cards.
Yes.
That's-
Yeah. The toys range from $50 to $69.
69. They really had to do that.
These might be the lamest looking fucking dildos I've ever seen in my life, though. I'm looking at these fucking pictures.
Yeah.
These are the most like rushed fucking half-ass job. And now I'm looking at Benedict Cumberbatch. Why did that?
Well,
link
you know what?
fucking-
You know
oh,
what?
same
It,
thing.
it doesn't say anywhere that they're officially licensed. It just says Pokemon themed.
Well, no, I get you. I mean, I
Yeah.
see what's going on here.
So-
This
so-
butt plug
yeah.
has, it's basically a butt plug that has Pikachu's fucking tail. So you can have a little Pikachu tail sticking out your butt.
Sheesh.
You know.
Although
Hey,
evidently,
this is what people are into. Stop blushing.
I'm just saying, evidently this website they also have Game of Thrones and Doctor Who themed toys. So
I just want to know, is it bigger on the inside?
And that's where we.
We start taking
that's
a
that's where we end
that's
the news,
where we
folks.
go. That's where we got the news and go to our next segment.
break.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey, Scotty, what level are you at with these Sega games?
Safari Hunt, Ghostbusters, Shoplifter, Black Belt, Hang On.
Yeah. So, what level can you get to?
Look for Sega's Ghostbusters Great Volleyball and Shooting Gallery.
All right, we are back.
Back in the New York groove.
Back in the New York groove. That's a good track. Yeah, I can only ever hear Jim Norton now singing it from Opie and Anthony. Thanks for that. But yeah, I kind of adjusted my mic, so now I'm coming through loud and crispy clear.
There you go.
Crispy.
Do I feel like I'm in the room with you now? It's because I am. So now we're gonna
Not
play a
creepy at
game.
all.
We're gonna play a game. Kind of a game. Dom wasn't here for the first time we did this, but he's here now.
And we got some good feedback.
We got some
about
good feedback. It's called Lightning Round.
it. Cool. So quick review of the rules.
Sure.
Each of us is going to get 10 random questions.
Mm-hmm.
You must provide an answer within 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Pressure.
there's some pressure here.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah.
So who wants to go first?
I'll go. You know what, Bill? You went for second last time, so you can go first. This
I can
time.
go first this time. Okay, we can do that. We
Okay.
can do that.
All right.
Ed, whenever you're ready.
All right. So here we go. You ready?
Okay.
I'm going to start in 3, 2. If Huckleberry Hound was a Jedi Knight, who would he take on as a Padawan?
Snagglepuss.
Why do fools fall in love?
Because they're lonely.
How do you say "go fuck yourself" in whale song? Who would win in a bake-off between Sherlock Holmes and Dr. McCoy from Star Trek?
Anybody who was there that day.
Who was the first black man to play professional Quidditch?
Marcus.
Which supervillain takes the longest time to get out of their costume and take a shit?
Solomon Grundy. Those pants are so tight.
Oh, you just barely got that in.
I barely got that in.
Why is Chef Gordon Ramsay always so angry?
Because his food tastes like shit.
What is Burt Reynolds' favorite Jane Austen novel?
The Spy Who Shagged Me.
What is the title of the porn parody of Caligula?
Tuesdays with Maury.
How would Sigmund Freud diagnose Charlie Sheen?
Aces.
All right.
I was going to say thumbs up. But
There
I
we
don't know if
go.
that's an actual medical diagnosis.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
So no one can beat them. They can only match them.
Oh,
nervous.
boy. Here
I
we
am
go.
nervous.
Here we go.
You ready?
I just got to beat the buzzer.
You ready, Dom? You set?
I'm set.
All right, here we go. Who is the most fuckable chipmunk from Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Alvin.
What state was Johnny Utah born in?
Hawaii.
If Agent Palmer was a stripper, what would be his alias?
Ooh, Sally.
How much money is Jay Leno's chin insured for?
Negative $3,000.
What would be the title of Slimer's autobiography?
Slippery when wet.
How many doves can appear in an action scene before John Woo is legally required to receive a director's credit?
16.
16.
What is the Human Torch's greatest fear?
Water.
After 28 shots of scotch, what animal does Ron Burgundy begin to hallucinate?
A soft penis.
Where are the wild things?
In Ron Burgundy's butt.
And finally, pineapple upside down cake or Boston cream pie?
Cream pie.
Everybody loves a good cream pie.
All right.
I don't even know if you were going there. You were just like,
That's why I said cream pie and not
Okay.
Boston cream
All
pie.
those were correct. In fact, I think actually the first three are the legitimate answers.
good job. Good job.
All right,
All
so
right.
I guess it comes down to me to complete the cycle. Let's do
Here
this.
comes this. All right. Ed, here we go. What is the world's worst sandwich?
Kurt Russell.
Best-selling candy bar in Gotham.
My grandmother's potato salad.
Where does Nick Fury keep his extra eye patches?
His shirt sleeve.
What is Chewbacca's favorite slow jam?
Jingle All the Way.
Who was the last person to see Elvis alive?
The dog.
What's the worst place to bring a date?
My ass.
What is name a book written by the Joker? Good answer. What would be the name of Batman's autobiography?
My parents.
UGH, comma,
Yes.
my parents? Okay.
Yes.
All right. What are boogeymen scared of?
You.
That's true. And number 10, are the rumors true?
No.
No.
That's why they're rumors.
That's why they're rumors. Well, you answered every one of them, so that means officially you did good.
There we go.
All right.
All right. We complete
That's-
the cycle.
And that's called lightning round. And it goes by quick,
Yes.
like lightning. Like a flash of lightning. So if anybody's still listening who's interested to segue uncomfortably and awkwardly into this, Preacher vs. Preacher, that's our other podcast, and we're giving away a copy of Absolute Preacher. It's this giant book. It weighs about 7 million pounds. It's oversized. It's hardcover. It's got the first 26 issues. It's got a new introduction by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. Thank you, sir. And it's got some pinups. It's got a copy of the script, I think, for issue 11. It's just absolutely all around. I'm just gonna combine all my words. It's apps around the rest, the best ever.
It's everything a Preacher fan can hope for.
You would think I'd be able to get through this whole part of the show, but nope, nope.
So people can win it?
People can win it. If they want to know how to win it, they can go to wickedtheory.com and look for the Absolute Preacher giveaway. There's a little thing they can click on over on the top side, if you're listening now, it's because you're waiting for a number that I am going to have Dominic pick it.
Okay.
All right. So, Dominic, I have crossed out the numbers that we have previously chosen. So, from the remaining numbers, just pick one.
I'm going to go with 3.
3. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. 3.
3. It's a whole integer.
It's almost like Sesame Street. This episode is sponsored and brought to you by the letter 3. But actually, it's sponsored and brought to you by Comic Book Jones. And our buddies and friends over there, they're helping out.
Hey.
So check out comicbookjones.com.
God loves Sacco, Tiger, Waffle,
Tony.
Babyface, Nick the Body.
Tony, even though he doesn't work there, he's still like somehow like
tough Tony.
Tough Tony. Not that tough. It's tough to deal with him.
Mm-hmm.
But
although he will probably sell those Pokemon sex toys at his other job.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We've had him on Preacher vs. Preacher. He's fun.
It's a good call.
We're probably going to have him on for our live episode, as a matter of fact. But so comicbookjones.com. If you like to order digital comics, you can do it there. You can help us out by helping them out. And check out their podcast. It's got an archive.
Yes.
An archive.
Yes. 2 of the previous hosts are sitting on this panel right now.
How crazy is that?
Yes.
But small island, folks. But WCBJ Radio, the Comic Book Jones podcast. Check them out if you're looking for something a little different. Not quite as comic booky as you may think. It's more of an adventure into madness.
Yeah, they goof around. They get a little drunk. They have fun.
It's a lot of cursing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of cursing.
Yeah.
It's good times had by all.
It's very much those guys.
Very much those guys.
Yeah,
what a way to put a cap on that. That show is very much those guys.
Yep. And I love them to death.
Yeah.
I love the stuff that you've been doing as the host.
Well,
and
thank you.
I'm looking forward to seeing the
next version,
the revamp that they're talking. That
talking
about doing.
Looks like we're going to be on a little bit of a hiatus with that show, but not one of those hiatuses like you hear about in podcasting where it's like, I'm taking a break for an undisclosed amount of time and we'll see what happens. It's not like that. It's like we really, scheduling is becoming rough, and it's like, might be an opportunity to kind of say, let's rejigger some things. Let's mix it up.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. So that's WCBJ Radio. Check them out on iTunes.
Do it.
And check out their website, comicbookjones.com. And we want to thank them for helping out and hanging out when they do those things. And just, really for just being cool.
Banco.
Yeah. Can you tell I'm stalling? That I'm vamping a little bit? But, emails.
Oh, crap. There's emails.
Yeah, there's like an email thing we do. And Ed's a part of that. He's partially to blame.
For some reason. I don't know why. He's like a part of the show now and probably shouldn't still be emailing.
Well, here's
his
the thing.
No one told me to stop.
Well, here's the thing. I run it. Well, if we're gonna get serious for a moment, we can about it. It's like a thing I think about. It's like, well, maybe I should have him stop because we're getting emails from other people. It's not like we need him to do it. And then like last week we had one email, so it was like if that guy hadn't sent in that one email,
well,
we would have needed Ed to just do it for the segment.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he did it last week. I don't think he did. But there have been other weeks where a certain associate of ours has told the podcasting public not to email into us. So I don't know if that was...
Well, he's only done that under orders from me.
Okay.
Because I wanted to see what would happen, basically. See if people on their own would remember without being kind of like, hey, they do a show. Email them. So, sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't. Then last week it backfired in my face. It was like, okay, I guess these people maybe did need a little reminder. Like, clock is ticking.
But it's fine. Well, all right. So,
and now this week I got like more emails than to make up the difference.
They're picking up the slack.
Yeah, it is.
So all right. So I got 4 Ed mails for you.
All right.
First up, gentlemen. Why are sun chips still popular?
Because they're fucking delicious.
They're tasty as fuck. I have like a half a bag around here somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Not a fan.
There is not a better snack in the world than the original Sun Chips.
Listen, when my colon needs a good scraping, I eat like a whole bag of those. You know what I mean? And then I'm good for like another month.
I agree.
But as okay as the plain ones are, you got to get them flavored, though. You got to get like the cheese ones or the something. Just the plains for you? I can rock. Don't get me wrong. I can eat the plain ones. But it's like, if I got a choice. Plain ones are my jam, dude. Oh, man. All right. All right. To each his own.
Damn, that's deep.
So if you had to pick your druthers for chips, what's your go-to chip?
It's classic potato.
I'm a Cool Ranch Dorito guy. That's my default.
Maybe some sour cream and onion.
Nah, you're fucking fancy.
Sour cream and onion's a go-to.
What's your next question, Ed?
All right, gentlemen.
Sir.
Should Superman grow out his hair again?
Okay, like long like mine right now?
Like 90s Superman. Like Dan Jurgens' era, when he had like the shoulder length thing going on.
When he was like
I don't know.
Dom is physically
like, I don't know any of these references. So when he came back from being dead, and he was all like, "Oh, yeah, my hair grew out while I was away."
So maybe that'll happen post Batman versus Superman.
That'd be interesting to see Henry Cavill with like basically the haircut that Stallone had in Rambo 2.
Oh my God!
Like where it was grown out to shoulder length. That's what Superman was rocking, basically. Ed's going to provide you with a picture here, Dom.
There you go.
Wow.
Is that the black suit?
Nice
I'm just
little
gonna say
mane.
no.
I'm just gonna say no, right? Not a real look.
So
Didn't really work.
yeah.
That had to get in his eyes, right? I mean, had to get in his face while he was
Well,
flying.
it was a mullet, so it was it was.
That's what I want to see. I want to see
Party
him
was all
doing
in
the
the
brush
back.
back every now and then during a fight.
Yeah.
Doing that with the lip, trying to blow it up out of your eyes.
But no, oddly enough, even with the longer hair, still had a spit curl.
I don't think he's gonna look good with a ponytail. I think mine is pinned back right now. It
Yeah.
gets annoying on the neck.
I'd like to see a man bun Superman. That would be trendy as fuck.
That would probably work.
I
could
mean,
go
I
for
wouldn't like it because I
Yeah,
think that's just
It's
I
a
won't-
look.
yeah.
But then people are gonna be like, "Oh, well, I do it because Superman does it."
Right.
We don't
Well,
need that.
A lot of people already do it because
They
it's.
think they're
it's the
Bushido.
f-
They
yeah.
think they're a fucking samurai.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What do you got next, Ed?
Gentlemen, what 80s Tom Hanks movie would you like to see him revisit?
80s. That's early era.
I mean, Big. I guess that's like the one that sticks out to me because it's like his most popular from
Sure.
that era, right? I mean,
I think that's like at the end of the 80s or early 90s. But still,
Yeah.
I would put it definitely square in that area.
Yeah, although Big is
That's
kind of the anomaly. That was like because in the 80s he had this run where he was this guy in his 30s who was kind of a schmuck that was a little neat and then needed things to change in his life, like Turner and Hooch or
yeah, that was I got
Splash.
you. He was that kind of role. I was gonna say
Bachelor
Splash,
Party.
Splash. Yeah.
just because it's it's him, Daryl
It's
Hannah,
safe.
John Candy's passed away since then.
So sad.
But the one trick I learned as a little kid from that movie was to throw things on the floor so you could look up a girl's dress. And I got busted in kindergarten for doing that, like all day. Like I didn't even know what I was looking for. Like that's the thing. Like I just knew that's like kind of like a thing I saw in a movie. So like the movie starts with him and John Candy's little kids. And if anybody who hasn't, and they throw change on the floor. And I got to pick up the pennies, and I get caught like looking up these girls' skirts and shit. And they're like probably about the same age I was at that time, anyway. So, and then I got caught looking up like some girl's skirt because I kept on doing it like every 10 minutes for some reason, like a jerk. I didn't even know what I was looking for.
No,
Really didn't even know.
You had no idea.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Like if I had seen a penis somewhere on one of these chicks, I wouldn't even have known if that was a bad thing. I'd be like, oh, okay, that's a lesson. Right. But
yeah.
You got another one, Ed?
Yeah. Well,
it could have happened. It's in a city.
no, it's fine. I'm just looking at Tom Hanks' IMDb page, and he did a Dragnet remake with Dan Aykroyd.
That was great.
And his character name in that was because Aykroyd was Joe Friday, and Hanks played the partner, and his name was Pep Strebeck.
Yeah. Oh my God, Pep. Yeah.
Detective Pep Strebeck.
Come on, Pep. That's all I hear is Dan Aykroyd going Pep. Dan Aykroyd. Just
All
the
right.
facts. Just the facts, man.
And speaking of remakes, gentlemen, how far away are we from a reboot of Quantum Leap?
Ed, I ask
Not
this.
far enough.
Ed, well, that's to each his own. I ask this every night before I go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the remakes that have been made versus the ones that haven't. Quantum Leap is still at the top of the list for me, and it's not because I need to know what happened to Sam Beckett, but I just feel like it would just work. It's just one of those things that just. I'm surprised it hasn't been done. Like NBC hasn't found a way to bring it back with or without Sam Bakula.
Well, it's also like those shows were Donald Belisario, who later went on to do JAG and all of the NCIS shows.
Right.
So that guy is still around.
Yeah, I mean, you can make that deal. I feel like that's probably something that comes up every now and then. But at some point, we are going to hit that wall for nostalgia where they're going to be like, all right, we got it. I just hope they don't overwork trying to make it into something cooler than it ever was.
Because like the whole point of that show is the time travel part was a MacGuffin.
Yeah,
that was the least important. I mean, it was cool. The sci-fi stuff was cool.
Yeah, but it really was. Every episode was really just about a story about how he could help people. It was sci-fi Highway to Heaven, basically. Like, you know what I mean? It was the whole TV's love to have the guy who wanders into town and so that's what I do. I come into people's lives and I fix things and I go away.
Yeah,
it's A-Team. It's fucking. It's all those shows.
Yeah, but one he was a boxer in the 50s, and in the next one he was a wrestler in the 80s. It goes back and forth.
And then he was a woman, and he was Marilyn Monroe, and he did all these kinds of different things, cool stuff. But I feel like it's a thing where the thing that made it interesting was that like it kind of had a wholesome kind of safeness to it that didn't feel like gosh golly gee whiz.
It didn't feel contrived.
It didn't feel contrived. It didn't feel like they were trying to steer away from anything that would be moody or realistic. But they would just kind of rode it right in the middle of the road. And they, like you said, they didn't make it hammy or fucking moral heavy, really.
And Dean Stockwell's character Al was like a Vietnam vet, and they kind of touched on that a little bit.
So it had its moments, and it had its realness to it too.
Yeah,
it wasn't like it was like a little kids show.
No.
But it was definitely a safe zone for families and shit like that. And I really feel like, this is the kind of show that people would probably run to now a little bit.
But that was like when I was like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
That was the first show you had to be home every night to watch the reruns at like 5 p.m. on Sci-Fi.
So you saw the last episode?
Yeah. It's heartbreaking, bro.
Dr. Sam Beckett never returned home.
Never made the leap home.
I wish I knew what you guys were talking about.
There's probably other people out there feeling the same way.
We'll show you the trailer later.
Yeah. Well, or maybe not. Let's not have him make bad thoughts about it, bad impression.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got next?
Okay.
That's it for Ed, right?
That's it for you.
That's
that's
for
for
the Ed mails.
Oh, well, fuck, Jesus. You know how to fucking end up on a fucking high note. All right. So, next email is from Benjamin McIntyre. Dear Wicked Theoists, hi, I just wanted to say hi and that I've been a long-time listener, a whole 2 weeks. I only have point question. What's a good geek starter pack for a 2-week-old baby? Thank you. Baby Ben McIntyre. Twitter handle to follow. P.S. Don't tell my mom I'm already emailing. I'm not supposed to be online yet. So this is my buddy Donald had a son. Kid is 2 weeks old, and he just sent us his first email.
He did.
Yep.
Thank you, baby.
From his own account. Crazy. I guess they don't really keep an eye on this kid.
Sneaky.
The kid's highly advanced. What I like is that not only does he have an email account. Well, first you would think, the kid can write and form a pretty good sentence, and has his own email account. But I love that he, in the text, writes in his own speech impediment, so that I can read it in his voice very easily. So what's a good geek starter pack for a 2-week-old baby? So I guess if you were going to give a baby gift of some kind and you wanted to keep it geeky, would you just get like little geeky pajamas or
plush toys?
Get them the first, I don't know, Negan barbed wire wrapped baseball bat?
I think that's it.
I think that's something like that, Get them a giant Judge Dredd helmet that they can't wear because basically they could sleep inside of it.
Pretty much.
Something like that. That's what I would go for. I think the Negan bat.
I was going to say like bed sheets, but okay.
I was going to go simple. Diapers maybe, but if you want to go crazy. All right. So next email is comes in 6 minutes later from Don McIntyre.
Don.
Donnie. Dear Wicked Theorists. Okay, so really don't have any hard nerd geek questions this week. I do have to ask though, did Ben email you guys? I could have sworn I saw him with my phone earlier in the day. Just wondering. Keep up the good work. Talk to you soon. Yes, he did. And
I hate to be a rat, but
obviously at this point you heard it already.
Honestly, you should be You should be proud that your son is that advanced.
But that's the kind of kid you got to keep an eye on now. You know what I mean?
It's like Stewie.
Yeah, basically, right, exactly. He's gonna be building shit. It's like Calvin or Stewie or any one of these kids. You gotta keep an eye on them when they're that advanced.
All right.
No, you don't agree?
I just think the bit's getting played out. Sorry,
I wasn't really hitting it too good, so really didn't keep it alive. All right, so hey, our next one. Hey, Wicked Theory. Hope all of your summers are going well. Questions. This one's from Stephen Arena.
Oh, hey
guys.
Haven't heard from them in a while.
Yeah. So question number one: have you, since it's summertime, I guess, there's a little bit of a theme running here, maybe. Has anybody seen a garage sale yet? Anybody gone to any garage sales?
I haven't.
I can't say. I've seen a couple.
I never look for them while I'm driving.
I do scan them pretty hard when I'm going by.
Yeah.
Like hoping that something's gonna catch my eye at like that speed, but it usually doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not like they're gonna have some big random expensive thing that only I know is worth something peeking out. I'm looking for,
Or just you see that long box.
Yeah, I was just gonna say a big long box.
Stuff. You gotta look under the tables.
Yeah.
You gotta keep your eyes low. All right. So which season do you think Batman prefers to fight crime in? I can't imagine running around in the summertime in that costume.
Well, also
The fucking chafing. Ugh.
yeah, it's kind of heavy. I would probably think he's a spring fall kind of guy.
Yeah.
I would have to agree with that.
Yeah, I think logic would say that not too cold, not too hot. So how about favorite summer fruits? Who likes good fruits?
Just a classic watermelon guy, you know.
Yeah. What about you, Ed?
I love the honeydew.
I like a good Mario Cantone. All right. Do you think... like, who's getting that? Nobody, right? All right. Do you think Captain Cold hates the summer?
I mean, you know, he could change it on a dime. It
doesn't mean anything to him, I guess, in that
Yeah.
regard, right? Like, he can just chill any place he's at.
pretty much.
Put himself in a giant ice cube for 25 minutes. That'll cool it down. What does he give a shit? So question 5. What's your favorite story you have heard about Pokemon Go so far?
Not many, really. Actually, you know what? I heard that Rihanna, at one of her concerts,
Right.
someone was playing, and she like called them out and like
Oh,
had
shit.
them like thrown out of the concert.
No way. I
By
did see
security.
something that was like, she's not having it.
Yeah.
Like,
So that was pretty cool to see because fuck you if you play Pokemon. Go.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. My favorite story so far, and I think
At a
the most-
concert, I should say.
Yeah, well, basically at any like event where it's
Yeah.
like we are doing something, or you
Yeah.
are here to see something.
Yeah, you're here for the spectacle. You
Yeah,
know?
like the thing to engage you is right here. You just paid money, like a lot, probably,
Lot of
especially
money.
at a concert.
Why would you waste your time?
You know what I mean? What do you do? Walk around the movie theater too? Start catching shit that's jumping around the movie theater? Come on, you
People
know?
do it. People will do it.
Oh.
But I was gonna say, to me, the most prescient
What?
story has to be the one Dom told
Of just all
about
the people.
driving by St. Clair's.
Oh, the zombies. Yeah, yeah.
Just, yeah. You just watch
I would.
them all.
Yeah, no, that's.
Yeah, and so anyone who thinks that
Yeah.
Pokemon Go is this great unifier,
It's not.
no.
It just puts people in the same
Yeah,
place.
it
doesn't.
may be getting them
no.
moving, but it's not forcing them to interact.
Don't get me wrong. It's like something to talk to a stranger about. Like that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But out of that, you think fucking relation. But you know what's gonna happen, right? You know what you're not gonna get like 2 months from now. Is I met my husband playing Pokemon Go. We were both chasing the same Bulbasaur, and we bumped heads.
We were both buying the same Pokemon Go dildos.
There you go. We were at nightcaps.
Well, now,
Tony helped us at the register.
Thank you for telling us that. Now we know who to blame for your stupid, ignorant children.
There you go. But now we know why they'll be ignored. Pokemon Go.
Yes.
All right. So, what's your favorite thing to get from an ice cream truck?
Snow cone.
Snow cone. That's a good one. That's a classic right there.
It is a classic for me.
Freezes up my fucking front teeth though so much. Oh, I'm just reliving that right now.
I got to go with the strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, I'm all about some soft serve with some sprinkles. So,
It's second.
but I'm a big boy now. So that getting that double cone is not enough. If I need the waffle cone.
Really.
I need the ice cream to be like a fucking meal. Like fuck it. What's another 75 cents? I'm rich. All right. 7. What is the craziest fall you have seen a person do or experienced yourself? And I don't know.
I fell down the steps at the Staten Island ferry, getting onto the ferry where you go down the second floor.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's like the Eddie Murphy bit, fucking with a fucking.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm falling down the stairs. Holy shit! I'm falling. And you must have went for a little bit, no? Or did you catch yourself?
Well, it was the kind of thing where like okay, I'm falling, so I'm just going to go with it and keep my hands in and try to protect myself. And
roll
because I
with it.
figured the more I tried to fight it, the more likely I was going to break something.
You did like a
So-
stuntman thing where you just kept on throwing yourself at every landing, like oh, momentum.
No, okay,
right.
okay. It was a long set of steps, but I did stop at the first landing.
Oh,
So
thank
it was,
God.
And it was the kind of thing that I'm the kind of person who you would notice falling down a flight of steps.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
since there was a crowd of people I had to get through, I had about 24 people screaming, "Are you okay? Are you okay?
Oh my
Are you
God!
okay?"
Everybody, and you were just like, just my fucking pride. Go away.
Including my buddy Marek, who I was with.
Oh my God. I've had friends that have like walked away from me when shit like that has happened, and it's totally fine. Just pretend, pretend you don't know me. It's cool. It's cool.
yeah,
Go over there, bro.
Yeah.
But
and I was okay.
did you knock anybody down?
No, I did not. I
thank
did
God.
not knock anyone down. No one else was hurt. And I got a little bit of bruising. I had to walk it off, but no lasting effects.
That's good. Just the scar mentally.
Yes.
When someone brings up something like this, and you're like, oh, well, I got a story. All right. It sucks to be you. That day. No, not so bad. I mean, you're here. You look all right. Okay. So our next email. That's it. She says, later there, folks. That was sent from Steve and Irina. Steve and Irina, thanks for coming back and giving us a little email action. Well, we don't have anybody to play his theme, but this one's from Agent Palmer. That's it.
Oh, get smart.
Get 3 notes. All right, to the Wicked Theory podcast. I understand that Brother Bob is at this moment. Let me try it again. I understand that Brother Bob is at this moment getting felt up by the TSA. Did you give him any travel survival tips you'd care to share with the rest of us? I told him just look straight ahead, sweat a lot,
Don't look
and
back.
and just when the TSA brings you up to the front, just scream Allah Akbar and then just jump backwards.
No, you take deep breaths
That's
and
fucked up.
just try to enjoy it.
Just bring extra lube. All right. So then he says, last week you guys covered SDCC, San Diego Comic-Con, very well. But do any of you feel like you would rather have been there? Would you?
Of course.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a cattle show sometimes. I feel like some of these things.
Yeah.
I'm not into the whole con thing. I've never been. I
Yeah.
never plan on going.
Yeah.
And
I don't really
just
blame you
something
for
about
that.
mass crowds of people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like sardined together.
Yeah.
That just isn't for me.
Yeah.
If I was in a position or a place of safety behind a table,
Yeah, like if
like
you
I
were
was working a booth or
Right.
helping somebody like that, then yeah, okay, cool. Because I could just sit there then and just watch the freak show or watch the fun stuff.
yeah,
You know
or
what I mean?
if like you were a reporter on like the catwalk above.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Safe zone. Somewhere
Yeah,
I could snipe from.
Or no, I think Chris Hardwick's got that best job.
Well, I'm
Where
sure he's up on a catwalk right for every goddamn thing he's doing.
He moderates like half the panels.
Yeah,
there.
you don't even hit the
It's
floor.
like
probably.
he does a bunch and Ralph Garman does a bunch.
Yeah. That's the way to kind of do it. You know, not for nothing. If I'm gonna go,
Yeah.
that's the only way, really.
Yeah.
You know, I've been to cons. I grew up going to cons, and it's like as they've gotten bigger, they've gotten,
Crazy.
they become a different experience. And if you don't kind of go there with a certain amount of like either expectation to kind of just wait for a lot of shit, or really not, or just have an agenda of like, oh, I have to go see this person.
Yeah.
I have to. I really want to, like, you have to have an itinerary to a degree, I feel like.
Yeah, and you got to know if you got to hit a big thing, if you want to hit like a Hall H type, that's all you're going to do that day.
Yeah.
And
You're going to wait online all day outside to get into the building, basically. It's going to
Mm-hmm.
feel like. Then all day inside to get into the fucking area you want to get into.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's how you want to spend your fucking weekend,
Yeah.
all the power to you.
Mhm.
But
Just wait and buy stuff on Sunday.
someone's got to do it. So, Promise says, also, last week you guys had on Mumm-Ra the Ever Giving. When will he be returning? I'd be more than happy to come over the Palmer mail specifically for him.
Oh, you would.
Of course he would. I don't know.
He sort of just pops up.
Yeah, he definitely just pops up, and I have a feeling that if people send in enough
Yeah.
emails marked Ask Mumm-Ra, and they send in one kind of general real life advice question, if we get enough of those, we'll call him up and tell him that, hey, I know you got your questions over there for your advice column,
Yeah.
but over here, every now and then,
Yeah, and
these things pile up. We need someone to answer them.
Yeah, and he'll usually give us like 4 hours notice.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want. I just hope the guy doesn't get lazy and start to like Skype. Like, oh, I'll Skype it in. And that was my Mumm-Ra impression. Oh,
Getting that text from Third Earth.
yeah. You think the fees?
I'm coming.
Warm up the portal. All right, so now we, and by we I mean the world, have been in an unprecedented heat wave. Do you guys have any tips for staying cool as the temperature rises?
Stay inside.
I say head north. Then just keep going north until you regulate. Anything from you, Dom? Any keep cool tips?
Just don't go outside.
Yeah, see, I like that one. That might be the best one.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, if you don't expose yourself to the heat, you won't know about it. You won't care about it. Either that or get a paper fan and just Back and forth. And complain about the vapors. The vapors.
Yeah, that's right. Dom had a great idea.
Mm-hmm. All right. Lastly, I'd like to thank Bill, who spoke so well on and off mic about American Gods. That's a Neil Gaiman book. I have finally taken it off of my shelf and started reading it. I hope you aren't letting me down, Bill, but you were spot on with Preacher, so you've got a good track record. 1 for 1. Not much of a record, but I'll take it. If you'll be 2 for 2, only time will tell. That's it. Although I really want to come up with another bit to replace Bill's Pizzeria, but as of yet, nothing exists. Palmer out. Yeah, I'm glad that that's kind of running its course. The old Bill's got a pizzeria thing that somehow started on 7 Day.
Which isn't true. You were in a bagel shop.
I used to work in a bagel shop. I didn't even own the bagel shop, you know. But what's coming amazing to me now is that I've started to find out is that Paula, host of the Telling Me Stories podcast, supposedly has an impression that she does of me that I found out about secondhand. That
I heard a little bit of that on.
I heard
7 Days.
I heard like 3 seconds of it.
Oh yeah, that's all I heard.
Yeah, and then she kind of like clammed up. But she swears that she's working on some kind of MP3 for Podtoberfest. The 7 Days of Geek guys are putting on a big thing that we do every year.
You do have a rhythm. So
I do. I definitely have a rhythm.
I could see.
Yeah.
You add that. Just that. There's a little bit of gravel.
I think there's a little bit of in her thing. You know, it's a little bit Charlie Day. I've been told that when I get drunk, I sound exactly like Charlie Day. Like once I get like the rasp going, that's a lot of that. Yeah,
it's just that coating of smoking.
Yeah, it's just enough wheeze. So I look forward to that. So speaking of looking forward, Steph is back with an email. Steph Merrill. Sorry that Bob's not here to do the Batman theme. And sorry that I'm embarrassed by the Batman show from the 60s, so I won't sing it.
Batman.
All right. But Ed will. All right, so hey, you guys, it's Steph with another email. I'm going to read it like she's from fucking New York City. Like a stereotype. I'm going to read it.
There we go.
Oh, sorry again for forgetting to send one last week. I completely forgot, and by the time I realized I had, you guys were already recording. So there's that.
It's perfect.
That's exactly what she wrote. Even though I missed last week, this isn't going to be a super long email, keeping it short. Meanwhile, it's fucking 6 paragraphs. All right. Number 1, because I don't have a lot of time, and 2, I can't really think of anything to discuss this week. So here we go. Going in blind, I guess.
She writes perfectly for that voice.
I'm telling you, it's amazing. Right now, we're in the middle of a fucking monsoon season in Arizona. She didn't do F-bomb, but like, right now, we're in the middle of a monsoon season in Arizona. It's the time of year we get the majority of our rain for the year. So far, we've only seen very little rain in our neck of the southwest Phoenix area, but we've had a few dust storms. Last night, I was driving home and a dust storm rolled in. There was a lightning show in the sky all around, and then we hit the Sandstorm, and as we got off the freeway, visibility was okay, and luckily, we have a garage, so we could get into the house without having to step outside. The strong winds were throwing around the dirt and the debris. Debris. I was going to say debris. All right, but I realized that's French, so it's debris.
It's actually Jewish.
Whoa, watch it there. All right, my question to you all. Would you rather get caught out in a thunderstorm or a sandstorm?
I'd have to say thunderstorm. I've never seen a sandstorm.
Yeah,
in
I
person,
feel like
so
I hate
I
sand.
don't want to see that. I'm good.
I don't know what that does to a windshield.
I don't know what it does to my face. Like, you know what I mean? If I'm out in that, I can't stand sand in my toes at the beach. I can only imagine it in my eyes or in my fucking ears or curl up in my hair and shit like that.
Ugh.
Coming at you at 500 miles an hour.
Better the evil you know.
That's it, Ed. That's good thinking. Wait, are you sure about that? We got politics coming up. All right. Forgive me. Guess what, guys? We got one last email.
One last email. Who's it from?
Long road.
It's from Bob Sweeney.
Oh, shit.
Hello, Bill, D, and Ed. Sorry I'm not there, but the Florida sun calls, and I must go. Since I'm not there to play the intro live on the show today, because, what performers could possibly replace me temporarily? And B, what music could possibly replace those brilliant pieces that are the Wicked Theory intro and outro? I would ask more, but I'm getting ready to be molested by a TSA agent as I try to make my escape from my escape a la Kurt Russell. So hasta la vista, biatches. Well, thanks for checking in, Bob.
Thanks. And you know what's funny?
Mm-hmm.
The Steph voice actually fit the Steph email better than the Bob email.
Yeah, well, Bob email.
That's Bob's voice.
Well, I was just, I figured if I read it and if I put anything on it, if I put too much spin, I wouldn't want someone, what I mean, what are you making fun of the guy? What is this? You can't make fun of your brother. But no, Bob, thanks for checking in from the plane. From online at the airport. I appreciate you taking the time out of your free time.
Cool. Thank you.
To check in and make sure that we're still alive.
Yes, sir.
Stay safe.
And I hope that you listen back to the episode, and then we get one extra play that week out of it. That'd be really cool. No, not really. So, not for nothing, guys, but that usually wraps it up pretty much. I mean, I'm going to look back on the document and see if there's anything else, but I do not think so, because the emails are usually the last segment.
Yes, they are, usually.
I mean, usually, unless there's like some kind of bonus or something, but nope. So, what did we learn today, Ed?
What did we learn on the show tonight, Craig? That
anything?
Be very careful when falling down.
Yes, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. And thunderstorms probably better than sandstorms.
That's what I learned.
That's Dom's takeaway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Geoff Johns is a very busy man.
Geoff Johns is too busy. And Killing Joke is pretty good after the first 25 minutes. That's really what that's really like the big message from me. That's the takeaway.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest takeaway.
That's the biggest takeaway for the week. So, folks, I appreciate you listening. We'll do this again next week, and you can listen to that if you want, and that would be cool too. You can check out the podcast at wickedtheory.com. You can find Preacher vs. Preacher there as well. You can find both shows on Stitcher, iTunes, and Google Play Music. And then you can find the three of us on Twitter. Where can they find you, Ed?
I am at Edward O'Hare TBD.
That's amazing. How about you, Dom?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Dom_Torre, Torre.
That's good. I like that. And then you can find me at Wicked Theory. Bob's not here to play the outro. And I got nothing, so I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.